So I'm here getting my morning cardio, but this time I'm going to go to the beach. But I was just thinking about this thing that I was like, I forgot I even struggled with this addiction. I even struggled with this thing that I had a problem with in the past. And what I mean is like, I think I found the best way to overcome any bad advice, any addiction, any lust that you have towards something that and that is to become super busy that you won't even have time for them, right? I think we go too much into, oh, how do we cure all these things? How do we cure depression? How do we cure the addiction of smoking? How do we uh, cure lust? That one thing you probably have a problem with, and you know you have a problem with, you just can't seem to overcome it. I don't think there's any point into giving these pills, therapy, these things are just, you just have to realize that if you really want to go for more, assuming that you want to go for more, assuming that you want to go for more, you have to realize how much it's going to take. Therefore, it's going to take a lot of work. Therefore, you're going to become super busy that doing the things that you used to be addicted to or doing or having these like bad vices, you won't even have time for them. As long as you choose your goals over those addictions, over lust, as long as you choose that over, as long as you choose your goals over any of those things. So I don't think it's like a, I don't think it's like a addiction problem. I think you just have too much free time. You have too much free time and you don't realize how much work it's gonna take in order to get to whatever goal that you're trying to go for. For me, it was to become very strong, have a good physique, and be shredded, have abs. That was my goal for like a couple years. And I would always make progress and then not get there, make progress and then fall off, make progress and fall off. Because I thought I was entitled to it, right? But it's gonna take work that you realize it's gonna take a lot more work than you think. Therefore, you will, as a byproduct, become super busy and not even have time for the other things that you were addicted to, right? And that's why I have a calendar with things that I have to do every single day and check box every single day or else I'm not getting closer to my goals. Or else. My hands are hurting. It's all good. Um, look at that. I have a calendar every single day with things I must do, and I sometimes find myself like, how the hell am I gonna complete all these things today? How? And I have work too, so even on days of work, like today, I think to myself, I have so much stuff to get done that I don't even think I have time to do any other thing unless it's this. My hair is crazy right now, but it's all good. And that's like, that sense of urgency it's just has been killing me. And anything else has never crossed my mind. Nothing else has crossed my mind. Like for me personally, I struggled with lust in the past, right? And it was something that would always pull me away from my potential, pull me away and keep pulling me away. And then it got to a point where I was like, God, please just don't let lust enter my flesh. Please. I just want to succeed. And so it was a big problem for me. And it was the main thing holding me back from my potential. But that's because I didn't realize how much work it's gonna take. I didn't realize it was it was not gonna be given to me. I was stupid. And that was just a couple years ago, where I was like really ambitious, but I wasn't taking any action to actually move forward towards any of those plans. Because I thought I was pretty entitled, like, oh, it'll just all work out and later on. It'll just all work out. It's my life. God should just give me whatever I want. Not the case at all. And I know it's gonna take a while, which is why I'm kind of just documenting everything to look back on. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. If it doesn't work out, that means no one's gonna view this video. And so if no one views it, then what's there to be embarrassed about? And so when you have just like these daily stuff that you have to do every single day, drinking doesn't even enter your mind. Smoking doesn't enter your mind. Corn doesn't enter your mind. When you realize how much work it's gonna take, you're just like fully focused and dialed into completing those tasks every single day. And you'll physically see if you're making progress or not. You'll physically see, did I do this today? No. Okay, you're not getting closer to your goals. Did I do this today? Yeah. Okay, you're making progress. And that's at some point it's not going to become a checkbox. It's going to become a checkbox, and how can you improve on those things? And that's going to take more time. That's going to take much more time. So if I were to tell myself one thing to help me overcome what I was going through, especially lust, when I was like 17, like 14 to 17, that's when it was like pretty bad. Just realize how much work it's going to take if you actually want to have all these aspirations come to life. And you might not be like 14 to 17, you might be like 20, 22, 23, still trying to figure it out in life. Still trying to figure it out, see what you want to do. And you probably have all these friends who have all these addictions maybe, or things that don't really align with your goals. You gotta get rid of them. Those who have bad influence on you. And just know that's going to take a lot of work, and most of it's going to be done alone. Most of it will be done alone. I'm not saying you have to cut out all your friends. You can hang out with them once in a while, but don't rely on them to keep you company along the whole way, especially if they don't have your whole vision. A lot of it's going to be done alone. You must realize that. So that means you just have you won't have any time to think about any of these bad addictions, bad vices that you want to get rid of. You won't have time for them because you're super, super busy. Become super busy and realize it's going to take a lot of work. And that's what's really helped me. I put everything in the calendar. I know what to do every single day. Is it going to be at the best effort? Not at 100%. Some days I do tasks, but I didn't give my full effort. But as long as in the beginning you just get shit done, and then later on you can improve, you'll get those reps in, you'll get practice in. Like for me, I have content that I make, and I want to post. What do I have to do every single day to grow my following? Okay. Post every single day. Short form. Post long form. My physique, what do I have to do every single day? Get 15,000 steps a day. Hit my macros every day. My protein in. My workouts. That's just for those two categories. Now I have other personal things. that I want to accomplish, right? And that's gonna take more effort. And then once you actually get those tasks down, now it takes more improvement. You have to take improvement, innovate. And that's the thing that I'm struggling with right now. How can I improve these things? How can I improve my workouts? How can I improve my content? And that takes time. So you're doing yourself a disservice if you're doing any other things that are not towards your goals. That's why I say become super busy, that you prioritize your goals and your tasks every single day, that you won't even have time for anything else. I don't think there's any better way to do it. No pill, no therapy, no, like these tricks to not get your brain to do things. Like, it just all comes down to priorities and free time. You have too much free time. Way too much. Way too much free time to be doing any of those things. Because if you realized how much work it's going to take, you would be panicking on how far behind you might be. Just realize that, man. But as always, I'm going to be doing my steps. So I'm going to do my 15K. And I got work later, so just making this in the morning because I won't be able to later. And I don't have a workout today, so it's gonna rest today. But this is what every day looks like so far. Just a cardio. Then I go to this coffee shop where I work on some stuff, and depending if I have a gym later, I would like go at 9 to 10 o'clock. But come back home, have post-workout meal, and then depending if I have work, I'll go to work. If I don't, then I'll just do the rest of my steps and just work at home for the rest of the day. So that's all about routine. Have a routine, have a calendar of everything you gotta do, and you'll visually see whether you're making progress or not. I promise you that. So, getting quite tired though. I'm gonna finish my steps with this view. Nice view outside. It's still foggy though. It's a nice view though. I'll see you in the next video. I'm not sure when it's gonna be, but see you in the next video, and I appreciate you for watching.